Well, today's as good a day as any to share the announcement that here in April, I will be attempting to through hike the Pacific Crest Trail. Most of you all probably know what that is, but in case you don't, it's a hike that starts from the Canadian border and works its way up through California, Oregon, and then Washington. It ends at the Canadian border. You can go northbound or southbound. I will be going northbound, so I'll start in California / my foot on the Mexican border. Yeah, and I'm really excited. I'm hoping to get to vlog every, week to 2 weeks. I'm not really sure like how exactly it'll go as far as having good access to Wi-Fi or internet, or like I'm only using my phone. I won't be taking my camera this time around, so I'm not sure like how even phone storage will go to take videos and edit the videos. But anyways, right now I'm out on a practice walk. My pack is about 30 pounds, and so I'm not working today, and I thought while the sun is out I would go for just like maybe an hour walk. But I've been wanting to share this news. I'm so excited. I'll just be doing it solo. Abigail will not be coming with. I will hopefully get to see her throughout my hike, but I'll definitely be able to FaceTime her every about 5 days. I will go into a town to resupply, and I'll definitely have access to some amount of Wi-Fi or cell signal. So that's when I'll try to do the video editings as well as posting, but also that's for sure when I'll be calling my people and getting to check in with folks. It's supposed to take on average about 6 months. There's this hiker survey that goes out every year that someone just volunteers to run. Really cool. I can link it below. And anyways, essentially it usually takes about 6 months. It usually costs about $10,000. But all of this is give and take depending on how fit you are maybe before you go hiking in, or how much gear you have before you go hiking in, or how much you intend to eat out or stay at hotels. Like all of that stuff fluctuates how much you'll spend and how many days you'll be out there. I'm hoping to be out there not more than 6 months, hopefully like closer to 5.5 months, but I think a lot will depend on how the Sierras are. That's the middle part of California, and how snowy it is, because I have Raynaud's and I get cold really fast, and I've never camped in snow. And yeah, there's just like a lot of passes there. I think there's 6 or 7 passes. So yeah, we'll see how long it takes me to get through the Sierras. And in general, like every year the trail changes a little, because this year, right, like there were a lot of national park employees who were laid off, and I'm not sure exactly how that's going to change access to or care for the parks, specifically the parks I go through for the PCT. And every year there's more and more forest fires that close down the trail in Northern California and Oregon. And so what I've seen in a lot of the vlogs that have happened in the past few years is that people will either try to keep their continuous footpath and will get off the PCT but hike on the road, or find other alternative hiking trails to get their way up to Canada, or people will flip-flop and they will skip a section and then hike it south, like go down, or they'll skip the section, go all the way up to the border, and then they'll turn around when they're done and go back and hike the parts they skipped. I'm just working really hard on letting go of any expectations and just being at the will of nature. And I think like myself and everyone I've ever heard talk about this PCT has like their hopes and dreams of doing one continuous footpath all the way through on the actual trail. But that's just not really the reality of the trail anymore. And the times that people are usually hiking in Northern California and Oregon are like the hottest times of year, and that's when the forest fires are happening. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm also a very injury prone person, so I'm also I'm very cautious in saying that I'm attempting to through hike, but only what was the number? Like 15 to 20% of people who attempt to through hike every year out of like 6,000 or 8,000 people, I'm not sure, finish, actually get to through hike it. Okay, so the numbers in 2023, there were 7,005 permits released and people got to self-report if they finished. So of the 7,005, 751 people self-reported that they completed the through hike. So we can't know for sure, but that percentage is about 10.7%. While I think I have gumption and I can be stubborn and being outdoors is my favorite thing in the entire world, like I would do this for my life. Like I'm not naive enough to believe that I'm going to be one of the lucky people who doesn't get injured or that something back home doesn't happen that is more urgent than being on the trail. So we'll see. My goal for now is just to like, try to get through the desert. That's the first section. That usually takes about 48 days on average. And that will have its own trials with like, maybe it's not as mountainous as the Sierras, but it's hot and there's not a lot of water access. So the pack is heavy in the desert, mostly because of how much water you have to carry, not necessarily because of food carry or, extra supplies like a bear canister or crampons and things like that. So I am intent on giving it my best efforts and couldn't be more excited for this opportunity and this gift that I get to receive from the universe and from Abigail and my community who is so supportive. Like, everyone's just been incredible. I don't know what the heck. And so yeah, I'm gonna give it my best and yeah, just feel really grateful and excited. I'll post another video before I head out about the gear that I'm taking and the boxes that I'll be packing and having Abigail ship ahead. But yeah, otherwise April's coming soon and just getting ready for the trail. So thanks for following along, and if you want to support and you have financial means to support, then you are welcome to buy me a coffee if you would like. This is my first time using this, so I'm not exactly sure how it works, but if you buy me a coffee, the company gets some part of the money, but I think they get maybe like, I don't know, 10 or so percent, and then the rest would come to me. So I appreciate any donations. I'm also going to link my Venmo if you just want to give directly to me. Okay, so quick update on this. The home organization for Buy Me a Coffee does take 5% of every donation, but I would get the other 95% of the donation, which is better than some of the other platforms. And then also this seems to be a bit safer than just directly linking my Venmo, and so I'll probably just be using the Buy Me a Coffee app because it's a bit more safeguarded. And it's also a really functional website, so if you were to want to donate and if you were to go onto the website, you would see that you could type in exactly how much you would want to donate, and there's not a minimum amount. So if you only want to donate $1, then that is totally, like, that's great, and you're able to do that through this website. So thank you again so much. If you do give financial donations or however you support me with encouraging comments or likes or notes, however you show up, I appreciate it. And yeah, thanks so much. Or else, yeah, even if you just want to write me a note along the trail, like, I think that, like, financially I am set and I don't need anyone's money. If you want to donate, that is so cool of you, but I think what I will need more than money is like a little morale boost. And so if you like writing letters or sending stickers or postcards, you can either get those to Abigail and she'll send them in the box, or you can reach out to me directly and I'll let you know which towns I'm passing through at what time, so I know which post office to pick up the card at. So yeah, thanks y'all so much. Excited to take you all on this journey with me.